All right, what do I push to play?
Space bar.
Space bar. Dude.
You so space, bro?
Dude, we're spaced out.
Space.
Not yet.
All right. So, here. This is the river rescue we did. This is the one where the Forerunner floated away. I think.
Look at my hair.
Oh, dude, it's glorious. It's glorious. Look at that.
I cut that all off.
So here's a little tidbit. Here's a little backstory to this. So we got a call from the lady, and she's like, I'm watching my truck float away. And to everybody that watches the video, and I've seen so many comments, you should have planned ahead. We had zero planning. This lady called and said, I'm watching my Forerunner float away.
Yeah.
Can you help? Looking back, I mean, I should have grabbed the jet boat to do what I was trying to do, which I was trying to stay dry, because we're in t-shirts, but it's the end of summer, and it's getting kind of...
Yeah, it's fall.
Yeah, it's starting to get chilly, and the river is cold.
It's cold. Well, you guys are cold.
Well, so we grabbed the jet skis, and we had the jet skis out like 3 weeks, a month before this, right, Mike?
Yeah, about that.
And I mean, they're running rough, but they were running, they were starting, they were doing everything they needed to do. You know, everything a jet ski does. It floats and it drives. So I was like, we'll go out there. And like I said, this is all spur of the moment. So we grab them, we go to the fuel station, we fill up, and out we go.
Yeah.
How far do you figure this drive is from town? 45 minutes, an hour?
Well, yeah, about an hour from Moab.
He's got that dirt road.
Yeah. So, and we cut across. We tried to take every shortcut we could, and we headed out there. And the biggest thing was she called when we're out of town. We're on our way. We've already got the jet skis. She calls and she's like, "Hey, it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped, and so we don't know how long it's going to stop for, but it held up. It was stopped." She said it was out in the middle of the river, but it stopped. So we're like, "Oh, all right, cool."
Right.
But we kept hurrying. We still got out there as quick as we could. And then we go to fire the jet ski up, and the one that doesn't run and is smaller, or doesn't run great and is smaller.
Yeah, the one that runs for
battery
like
was
10,
charged.
15 minutes, that one started.
Yeah, and the other one was low, and so we're like, all right, let's swap batteries and let's get it fired up. But the bigger one, the problem with it is it has a push button that bypasses the solenoid, and that will become apparent in a minute.
So I was looking at the map on the way in. It looks like we can get alongside this river for a little ways. Well, at least the river at this time of year is pretty low and pretty slow compared to what it can be. Like at other times of the year, this river can be much, much higher and faster.
Yeah. But that was the thing, is we didn't know if it was just going to be down from here like this, or if it was going to be miles to go find it.
Yeah.
And to then even see if we could get it tied off to a tree while we got to it to pull it out of the river. We didn't know what we were dealing with. Like you're literally going in blind.
So yeah, this thing was what? How far down from the boat ramp would you say it was?
I'd say it was about 700 feet. I'm going to guess that because we had 500 foot of line and we were nowhere.
Not even close.
But yeah, it hadn't really gone super far downstream.
Yeah. But then all of this is really steep to just pull it over and drag it up.
Yeah.
Plus, we're going to destroy everything doing that. So we were like, all right, well, where can we get it to? Where can we go? What can we do?
Usually a river works with like right here would be the deepest spot, then over there. So even right here would probably be
pretty darn deep. Yeah, right where Sean is standing, it was a fight just walking under all the bushes to get to there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we backed up there. I'm like, I've got a plan. To these guys' credit, there's a lot of times that I say I've got a plan and I never convey it. I never explain it. I'm just like, I've got a plan. And they're like, okay. And they have no idea.
Don't know the plan.
They have no idea what the plan is or the dumb thoughts that are in my head that they're about to get tangled into.
This was the moment where I made a choice to wear my shoes versus not wear my shoes, and I did wear my shoes, and that was the right move, by
And
the
he
way.
won because I did not.
Yeah,
wear
Rory
my
didn't,
shoes.
and then later in the game, it became
Yeah.
less fun for Rory.
So what I should have done right here was I should have ripped down, checked it out, ran back. I should have got that warm.
Warmed up the jet ski.
Yeah, and what I did do was it was bad.
We just got on and went over there.
Yeah, we're like, let's go look at it, you know. Let's just go. Why would we take a minute to warm it up? Yeah, we're good.
Okay, bye.
This is all totally planned out. Let's go. There we go, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Just let it go, man.
And we're there.
Yeah, the whole thought was, can we rig this up without having to go swimming? So yeah, then I was like, well, there's an open window, so if we can get all the winch lines up onto the roof and just throw everything on there, maybe we can run it through it or figure something out. Okay, Mike, go.
Good news is it was late summer, and therefore the water was decently warm.
Was it?
Well, compared to what it can be, yeah.
It was freezing cold.
Well, no, but
I mean, it
not
wasn't
compared
freezing
to
right
what
now.
it would be in the spring or even middle of summer. Like,
Right now?
Yeah. So it wasn't all snow runoff, is what he's saying.
yeah, no, I've been in the river when it's a lot colder than
Yeah.
this, and I'm a cold weenie,
Yeah.
and I lived.
So then we get all the ropes over on there, and it's idling, and it dies.
Whir.
And then when you're trying to restart it,
Technically boating.
the solenoid will stick, and then it's just cranking over
Well, it's trying to, but the battery's like
so
not
low that
strong
it's just
enough
like
to.
and so you can just sense the wires that are melting, and you're like, oh no,
Oh no!
bad things are happening.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Here I am explaining, we go, oh yeah, we're gonna go over here. It's gonna go so well, and Mike's like, we're all gonna die. What are you doing? I'm giving more of the amazing commentary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, here, I've got an idea. And he's
All
like,
right.
there's no way this is gonna work.
Yeah, spool this up over here, and then
Yeah, I'll untangle it over here because there's no way all these winch lines would tangle. Justin cut a lot of that out and a lot of cussing.
A lot.
A lot of cussing.
Now, you want to go ahead and start going upstream.
okay. So there's one rope on one side.
I think it was running right now.
No, I don't know about that. I think it's right after this moment we go to start it, and then it doesn't start.
No, see, it's moving. It was moving upstream. Yeah, right now it dies, and yeah, here we go. Push start it, and then oh no, it's cranking. Oh, pull the seat.
Panic!
Yeah, panic.
Well, you push the button.
We are at the disco and we are panicking.
All the wires just
Yeah,
just
starting to
cranking
get
the
hot.
whole
You
time.
can feel them getting hot as I'm
Yeah.
messing with that. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Right in there is the battery.
All right, we got one seat off. Now we need.
Oh yeah, no. That's just that seat.
Yeah. Okay.
What do we do? I don't know what to do. What do you do with your hands?
We got it.
Put the fire out!
Yeah, there I am, feeling the wires. Like, well, this is bad.
Yeah.
So this is kind of that moment where, like, I should have brought the jet boat. And we stared at it, like, do we bring the boat or do we bring that? And yeah.
Just throw that on the hood.
Okay. What I can do, I got shoes on. I can just walk over to the bank and just start pulling line upstream. I don't mind.
All right, well, like I said, I gotta tie it off on the front of this anyway, so.
Okay.
Can you step off onto it? You don't have anything in your pockets?
I just got a pocket knife.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be okay.
Well, can you step off?
See how deep it is?
Yeah. Well, it should be about as deep as this car is.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Let her go, Mike. Let's do what it's gonna do.
Okay.
So then we just tie the jet ski off. We're like, all right, that thing's useless. It's done. And so now it's like, oh, look what we're gonna do.
Oh, Mike's getting smushed.
We're looking for a tow hook,
Yeah, you're trying to feel around under there like, oh, I wonder where the tow hook is.
which on the Toyotas, to their credit, they do have them on there. They're
Yeah,
factory
usually-
tow hooks, but they are under the bumper,
All the way under.
all the way under on the frame, and that involves putting your head under there.
Yeah.
Like you literally would have had to go underwater, which then you're like trying to hold yourself from going under the truck. And it was not
Whoa,
cool.
whoa, Mikey's gone.
Mike had a little benefit here. He has less mass getting hit by the water.
Right.
You should take your shoes off, Mike, and use your monkey feet.
Yeah.
Well, see, here was I'll go through the rim,
Oh yeah, through the wheel.
and it didn't. It didn't. That's why.
Yeah. And he gone.
I was trying. I was like, hey, Mike, I got a better idea. Let's just go straight through the whole thing.
Yeah. So if you notice, the sun's going down. That's sunset.
Oh yeah, that was also a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people will watch this, and the biggest comment is like, you guys, it went from here to dark,
Yeah.
or it went from light to dark, and you guys didn't film anything. You didn't get enough film, and it's like, we had one battery in the camera, and then we didn't really want to bring more with us because if you see where we're at, we're in the water.
Yeah. Because as we pay it out, it's going to get heavier and heavier.
Right. So take this, go to the bank, go upstream.
Yeah, go straight to the bank.
Okay. All right, here we go.
And so here we got the ropes together. We're through there, and Mike's gonna
Yeah, head for the bank.
head for the bank and start walking up, and I'll start feeding the line out so it doesn't tangle.
This was the moment I was really glad to have shoes.
Oh yeah. I walked upstream in the rocks and just tore my feet up.
Tore it all out.
It was horrible. Look at that look of Sean. He's just like,
Like, what have you done?
what did you do to us? So right now the sun's going down. So we've got Blue sitting here, and we've got the winch line out as far as we can go.
Yeah.
And the plan is we're going to winch it up the river and get it closer to the boat ramp, because all the way down this edge is just a drop off. So we're like, if we can just get it winched up, which I wasn't even thinking at the time. I wasn't even thinking that it would come closer to us. But, I mean, I knew it would somewhat, but I was thinking it was going to come, like, straight towards us. But as soon as we started winching, which I was glad it came off the rock it was on as easily as it did.
Yeah, so it got stuck on a rock. That's why it quit.
Yeah, it quit floating away because it was on a rock, like a flat rock. But I was worried if it was, like, hung up in the exhaust or the underneath, that it wasn't just going to winch right.
Right.
But the first pull is pretty useless. Because the first pull, you're pulling the winch line straight, like it's all wound through the trees
Right.
and through everything, and so you're running most of the winch line in, and it's not even pulling the vehicle yet.
Get the line all straightened out.
Yeah.
Coming tight, Mike.
That was probably about 8 o'clock.
No, this is probably about like 6:37. Not 6:38.
Not 6:38.
No,
Yeah.
6:37.
But yeah,
Can
see,
you-
we're
can
still
you
wearing
tell by
shorts and t-shirts.
tell
It's
by the
still nice
sun?
out.
The sunset.
Where it's at? Doesn't the sun tell you what time it is?
The sun's gone.
The sun is gone.
It's gone.
So there we are.
All right, it's moving. Now we're winching.
And it starts moving
And I was really shocked.
when it started moving.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it's moving? Because the winch wasn't bogging down or nothing too bad. Like, it was working, but it wasn't, like, struggling to move it.
And what you don't see on here is my pocket knife is sitting on the hood of Blue. Because yes, Blue outweighs that. But if for any reason that was to tumble, like, I don't know, if it was to tumble over and the whole thing was getting hit, it might have pulled Blue. I don't know. But I wasn't about to find out. I was going to start sawing through a winch line if I had to.
Yeah. It's kind of going straight towards the bank now. Well, not straight towards it, but...
So another thing that happened right around this time was the guys that own the big ranch right there, or well, some of the employees maybe, they came over and they're like, hey, do you guys want some use of this like heavy equipment? They had like a big, some kind of excavator or something. They were like, if you want, we can help. And we're like, no.
Well, but the problem is I run a lot of equipment.
Right.
And I knew where their track hoe was. And by the time they tracked it over to us.
Right. Well, that we already had it moving.
Yeah, but it would have been dark. And yeah. But then the wheel was turning. So I went back out to straighten the wheel out so that it wouldn't go sideways any more than it was.
But yeah, it was just cool of them to offer. Be like, hey,
oh yeah,
you guys want a hand?
Here's something to think about when you're doing something like this. Like if you have a 100-foot winch extension, you can't winch that full 100 feet in, because when you have a 100-foot winch line,
yeah,
you got to have some of it on the drum.
Right. You can only really pull 90.
This. Yeah, you can only really pull it in this much. So you've got to pull it in, and that's when we ran the rear winch of Blue underneath it and ran it out about 10 feet so that you could reel it in and then hook that to it and then run that winch line out to then hook onto the next spot and winch in. And we were having to double it over.
Right. Yeah, we have to get creative to...
Yeah, we were pulling like 50 feet at a time, I think, is probably what we're doing.
Yeah.
But then I swam back out there and then got it up. And then it was... Let's see here.
Yeah, I felt really bad for Rory having to get back in the water. 'Cause I was cold, but I didn't have to get back in.
Yeah, it was definitely chillier the third or fourth time.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I wouldn't, I don't know.
Been like, no, leave it.
Yeah, I would have just been like tied to a tree. We'll come back in the daylight when it's nice. That's what I would have did.
I thought about it. And it did glitch here because the battery was dying.
Uh-oh.
And then,
That froze.
yeah, like everybody's like, I can't believe you didn't take more batteries. We had more batteries. We had all the batteries that we have. We took our entire bag. We had so many batteries.
Yeah.
But so then that means, okay, stop everything we're doing to focus on getting a battery in this camera.
Right. Plus, it was really dark, getting really cold.
Well, it was starting to get dark. It was already cold. Like, I'm sorry we lost the footage. I wish we could have. But when you're in the moment of we need to get this out of here, and everybody that's typing, that's sitting on their, you should have brought more batteries. I can't believe you guys didn't know that. You weren't in this river. You weren't freezing your butt off swimming back and forth hoping we got it out. Yeah. So since you weren't there, I don't want to hear you complain.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mike's like, oh no.
Mike's like, that's all you get. Just hang out.
And then I was gone. I went around to go rig the Jeep up where we initially went to the boat launch, right?
Yeah, where we put the jet skis in is where Sean was at.
Yeah, I was setting up there to do another long pool.
Yeah, because we were hoping once we got it up a ways to the blue truck, then we could run all our winch lines back out through the river and just pull it up the river to the boat ramp. And that's what we did. But by that time, it's dark, and it's like I was having to go back up and down a few times, back into the water, back out, back in, back out. And I don't even think in any of that anybody asked about batteries. I think one time you might have, and I was like, don't
Well,
care.
that, and then after it's dark, it's fairly pointless to film. Like, you can record some audio, and you can record some headlights,
Yeah.
but you're not going to see much
Of anything.
after dark.
Yeah, and that was such a long pull because I mean, anybody that's run a winch, like spooling the winch back up takes forever.
Oh yeah.
So let alone loaded. So we're pulling 100 foot of winch line out and then winching in, and it was going so slow. That's why there for a while, I told Sean to just start backing up.
Yeah.
Like back up. Like I said, luckily the nice thing about the LJ is it's got the RCVs in it. So it can back up and pull with the winch. And I know you're not supposed to pull with the winch. I understand that. Nothing we do is what you're supposed to do when you guys are out. This is us doing it in a controlled environment as professionals, which we're not. But anyway, I had Sean back up, and then he could back up like most of the boat ramp. We were getting like 100 and 150 foot at a time, and that was awesome. That was working really good. And then we finally got it up onto dry ground. And then we took the blue truck, pulled it around, and picked it up. Or no, we just hooked onto it, I guess.
Man, look at all them lights. That thing looks good.
It's all lit.
It's all lit.
Yeah, which works if you're working right there next to the truck and filming, it works pretty good. But then as soon as the truck's gone, you can't see anything.
There, gone. See, that's my little flashlight.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yeah.
Poor Mike, he's frozen.
No, not bad. Not like
anymore.
No, ever since I got my sweatshirt back on, I'm good.
So then we rig it back up we unrig it, we back blue up, and then we just pick it up because we're not really worried about messing up the front bumper because the vehicle's totaled. Yeah, I mean, it's done.
Rory's the one that's frozen.
Oh, what's up?
So you frozen? Are you frozen yet?
Well, you know what I do have? A working heater in my truck.
And I believe they already made phone calls that day to get rid of that thing, and some guy in Green River bought it or took it or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. They were calling around to figure out what to do with it, and everybody was like, "Why would you take that to Napa? Napa's not going to fix that. Napa's a parts store." And it's like, no. In Green River and in a lot of small towns, there's a auto shop right behind Napa, and actually in Green River at the Napa, right in the window, we buy junk cars. Mm-hmm. So, but what it was the one of the brake lines had rusted through, and when she was pulling down to the river, it just and she panicked. Like, you probably could have pumped the brakes and got it to stop, but I mean, when your brakes go out, like when it goes to that floor that initial time, you're not thinking, I should pump my brakes up and see if it'll stop. No, you panic a little bit. It's scary. Yeah, and so she actually jumped out of the vehicle, and it rolled down towards the boat ramp, and what'd she say? It turned?
I thought
It turned and went this way, but then because it was in neutral or whatever, then it rolled backwards.
Yeah, I think it did like a U-turn,
Yeah.
ended up back on the bank for a second, and then
Just
went
rolled right back
forward
out
into the river.
Yeah.
It was a very unclear situation.
Yeah. That was the story I got, was that it rolled backwards in there and then just floated away, and then they're like, "What do we do?" Yeah. Call 911. What's the number?
Yes. Oh, good fun.
Yeah, and I was really digging blue right now. I was so loving that it has a heater.
Yeah, it was great to be warming up.
There was some guy in the comments the other day that was like, he's like, "That's not a rollback."
Yeah.
He's like, "I can't believe you're so stupid. You don't know what a car trailer, the difference between a car trailer and a rollback. Maybe next time Robbie's over, he can show you what a rollback is."
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a joke because we don't have a rollback and we can't afford a rollback.
Yeah.
So We just think it's funny that we got a car trailer with a winch on it, so we call it our rollback, which is it's really funny.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, and it's an off-road rollback because we've taken it off-road quite a few times.
Yeah.
So we joke about we had the first off-road rollback, and man, people just don't get our humor. Which makes it even funnier.
Right. It's honestly more fun when they don't get it.
Yeah.
Look at that rollback.
Yeah. Look at that rollback doing rollback
I think that
things.
vehicle had something like 400 some thousand.
Yeah,
on
it was 400 and some odd thousand miles. It was so many miles. And they had such a good attitude. I mean, they lost their vehicle. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, mom didn't get hurt. You know, everything still was good. But yeah, the fact that they were still smiling, that was cool.
Yeah.
I think they were happy to get rid of that thing.
Yeah. Well, they were kind of like, you know, they're like, do you need us here for anything? And I was like, no, keys in it?
You should put it down and get dinner in a hotel.
I was like, is the key still in it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's still on.
This is our behind the scenes take of this video.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everybody was confused on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion and a lot of complaints that how could we not have more batteries? We had so many batteries, and I'm sorry, but in the heat of the moment trying to get the job done, we just couldn't focus on the GoPros. We had to just be like, yeah, there it is. Sweet.
That's all you get.
So, there it is. But
This is a good one right here.
like I said, we want to give a little insight of this.
Which way is left?
Like, which way do you go? Left.
Yeah, like you said, I wanted to just, you know, we wanted to do this. You guys said you liked the little commentary thing. So we figured we'd give a little insight on some older videos of what happened and why it happened and some behind the scenes stuff that you really don't get from the video description and from our horrible filming. So, yeah. So
There you have it.
Thanks for watching these new shenanigans that we're going to try out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Double guns.